A Mortician's Tale was released October 18th, 2017, and I was really looking forward to it. But as it turned out, I was pretty low on cash at the release and couldn't afford it. So I really want to take a moment to thank Sarah Montgomery for buying it so I could put out this video. It was extremely generous and helped me feel a little less gloomy. As some of you may know, I struggle with depression, and what can I say? It's been a difficult year. So at first glance it might seem counterintuitive to spend my time playing a game about death, but I actually found it quite peaceful. Let me explain. A Mortician's Tale is the story of Charlotte, a young mortician and her day-to-day life at her locally run funeral home. The game is educational and takes the player through more practical, hands-on experience of caring for the dead. After each corpse is prepared, the player can go out into the chapel and interact with the family, hearing their stories and seeing the different ways people cope with loss. Despite the heavy topic, the game is actually quite relaxing. I know it sounds weird, but it is. It's got a great soundtrack, the color palette is beautiful, and the pace is slow. That being said, the game is not for everyone. For those interested in blood and gore, you're in the wrong place. A Mortician's Tale isn't in it for the shock value, which may be confusing to gamers who are so accustomed to the usual race to the bottom of the barrel. Although I will admit, I had to turn down the sound effects on my playthrough because they were very believable. My criticisms of A Mortician's Tale can be boiled down to simply, there isn't enough of it. The runtime is quite short, only 30 to 45 minutes. Although I do recommend going through all of the emails and speaking to all of the mourners because it really helps fill in the environment. It also may push the boundaries of what some define as a game in the first place, as there is no real challenge, there is only a series of tasks. This is similar to Fulbright's 2013 release Gone Home, where the goal isn't to win, but to understand. Now, it may seem like I didn't like it, but that's not the case. I think it's a great premise, and I'd love to see more from Laundry Bear Games. In a sea of titles that treat death very frivolously, Mortician's Tale is almost subversive in its dignified approach to death. I've honestly never seen anything like it. Unfortunately, that dignity might be what corrals later editions of gamification and interactivity. How exactly does a developer inject challenging game mechanics into a game like this while still remaining respectful? Well, if Laundry Bear Games has shown us anything, it's that they're very creative, and I'm confident they can find a way. I highly recommend A Mortician's Tale. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this and you want to help support my videos, you can head over to patreon.com and pay just $1 a month to help keep the show afloat. Thanks for listening.